It is Friday, January 1st, 2021, and you are tuned into DIRTRACKR Daily. I'm Justin Fiedler. Happy New Year, everybody. Hope everybody had a good and safe New Year, had some fun, at least a little bit of fun while you could. Today on the show, we've got a bunch to talk about, including more World of Outlaws Late Model Series competitors confirmed. We recap Day 2 at the Tulsa Shootout. The IRA Sprint Cars have their 2021 schedule and more. Just a quick note before we dive in. Thanks to everybody that supported the shows and the website in 2020. It's been a really, really fun ride so far, and there's a lot more to come. The website evolves and gets better all the time. We're approaching 250 episodes of the podcast between daily and conversations. And I just want to let everybody know I appreciate the emails and the social comments and the subscribers and the followers. You guys kick ass. So that's it. Now on to the show. We talked yesterday on the show about Tony Jackson Jr. and Ryan Gustin joining the World of Outlaws Late Model Series full-time for 2021, and late yesterday, the series confirmed their entry along with two more. Ross Bales joining the series full-time with Big Frog Motorsports is now official. Of those announced so far, Bales is probably the favorite for Rookie of the Year. He won a Lucas race at Cherokee in 2020 and previously has a World of Outlaws win at Cherokee as well. He's made 16 Outlaw starts in the previous 2 seasons, including 11 top 10s and 5 top 5s. In those starts, he's racked up 3 quick times and 5 heat race wins as well. He could be a regular threat all season long. The other new name is Pennsylvania's Ryan Scott. Scott made 3 Outlaw starts in 2020 at Lernerville for the Firecracker weekend. His best finish was 24th on night 2. He has 20 career Outlaw starts on his resume. So as of today, we are inside 2 weeks from the World of Outlaws opener at Volusia. The field looks like this: Brandon Shepard, Ricky Weiss, Cade Dillard, Dennis Erb Jr., Daryl Lanigan, Chase Youngans, Boom Briggs, Ross Bales, Ryan Gustin, Tony Jackson Jr., and Ryan Scott. Of the other drivers who were full-time with the series in 2020, we still don't officially know plans yet for Ashton Winger, Scott Bloomquist, and Brent Larson. There are also a few other drivers rumored to possibly join the series as well. Remember, too, that it's not uncommon to start the season with 15-plus full-time drivers and be down to maybe 10 or 12 when the season comes to an end. It really comes down to who is able to kind of stay competitive through that early part of the season and stay up in the points. If guys are struggling or maybe outside that top 10, it's not uncommon for those guys to fall off after a few races as well. Remember, too, we're starting really early on, in January at Volusia. We're going to go back to Volusia for DIRTRACKR Nationals, and then there's going to be some gaps in the schedule there as well. So we'll just have to see how it all plays out, but I think a very, very nice field of drivers has come together for the World of Outlaws this season. We don't yet know the full kind of rundown on Lucas drivers yet, but as we kind of get some of those details, we'll certainly be talking about those drivers coming up as well. Day 2 of the Tulsa Shootout is in the books, with Day 3 underway as you listen or watch to this show. Yesterday's racing included stock non-wing heats, of which there were 32, followed by junior sprint heats and C and D mains for Outlaw non-wing, A-Class, and Winged Outlaw. The day ended with Mod 600 qualifiers. Following stock non-wing heats, California racer Michael Facino was the height point getter. In the Ds and Cs for the other categories, there were some big names mired deep in the field, including Blake Hahn, Noah Gass, Ethan Mitchell, Colton Hardy, Kaylee Bryson, and Trey Gropp across a few of those divisions. Some transferred through, others did not. According to Wikipedia, only 20 drivers made it into all 4 qualifiers in the kind of main divisions. And that list includes names like Christopher Bell, Jason McDougall, Tyler Courtney, Dazen Persley, Gavin Boschel, and others. Not surprising to see some of those names up in there. These guys are obviously very, very good in these types of race cars, which is why you see them have the success that they have. The Friday schedule inside the Expo Center kicks off with the Ds and Cs for stock non-wing, and then the real kind of fireworks begin after that. 6 classes worth of qualifiers follow throughout the day, with drivers needing good runs to set them up Saturday for chances at Golden Drillers. The fields for each division have been pared way down now in the qualifiers, and the desperation level will certainly ramp up through the day. The day concludes later on with B-mains for Outlaw and stock non-wing. You can watch live all day on Flow Racing. You can head to tulsashootout.com for more information. The IRA Sprint Car Series released their 2021 schedule yesterday, which consists of 33 races across 3 states from April through September. Primarily, the series races in Wisconsin, but they do have dates on the schedule in Iowa and Illinois in 2021 as well. The IRA Sprint Car Series is a 410 Sprint Car Series. The year opens April 10th at 34 Raceway and closes September 25th at Plymouth Dirt Track. In between are stops at tracks like Beaver Dam, Wilmot, Cedar Lake, Fairbury, Angel Park, 141, and a lot more. The series is also co-sanctioning 5 events with the All-Star Circuit of Champions. It will be a wide open year for the IRA competitors. 10-time and defending champion Bill Balog is departing this series to go run full-time with the All-Stars in 2021. So there's going to be a lot of opportunity for those guys. Balog had 12 wins in 20 starts in 2020. You kind of look at guys like Jake Blackhurst, Scotty Thiel, Russell Borland, Jeremy Schultz, Scotty Neitzel, names like that to be in the fight there for the championship. To see the full list of IRA Sprint Car races, visit IRASprints.com. Looking at the DIRTRACKR.com analytics section, I started work on the next series edition yesterday, which, as I've mentioned before, will be the USAC divisions. I'm starting with the Silver Crown Series. It has the fewest races and kind of the fewest results, basically just with qualifying and racing. There's not a ton of mains and mains and heat races and things like that to add in, so it's going to be the easiest of those series. And then, using the Silver Crown Series as kind of the template, it'll be a lot easier to get the sprint cars and midgets added later on. Definitely a few challenges to overcome there, but I should hopefully be able to start entering races in the next couple of days. Getting a season or 2 worth of races in for USAC will then allow us to do that fun stuff for 2021, like race predictions. I'm going to continue adding Chili Bowl races as well, but there's some difficulty with those results kind of for those races earlier than 2013. A lot of things changed. We don't have quite as much data on some of those races, so it's going to kind of take some time to work through some of those issues. I think, though, the 8 years worth of results we do have in the database gives us plenty of data to kind of look through and do some deep dives here in the next week in advance of the racing. That starts January 11th with the Chili Bowl. And we'll also be entering results kind of in real time as we move through the week of Chili Bowl coming up, so we can be able to break everything down and talk about how the week is progressing. So lots of cool stuff coming to the analytics section in the coming days. There is one item on the streaming schedule today, the Tulsa Shootout over at Flow Racing. That also continues on Saturday. There's also late model racing for 411 Motor Speedway on Saturday. There's super stocks from New Zealand through the weekend, sprint cars and midgets from Western Springs also through the weekend. All of those shows that are streaming in the next couple of days, you can find details on at DIRTRACKR.com/watch tonight. Make sure to check that out through the weekend. Links to watch, everything you need to know about those shows is there. Now that we're into 2021, racing is going to start ramping up in a big way in the next 2 weeks. We got the Wild West Shootout coming up, the aforementioned Chili Bowl, the aforementioned World of Outlaws Late Model Series opener, all of that coming up. So there'll be plenty to talk about in the coming days and weeks. And we'll move on from schedule releases and driver announcements, which kind of seems to be about the only thing we've talked about here lately. And I've already got next week's Dirt Tracker Conversations episode in the can, so look for it on Monday or Tuesday as well. That's a really fun one, so check that one out. That's it for the show today. Hope everybody has a good Friday and a good weekend. You can find Dirt Tracker Daily on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, or where you get podcasts. Please subscribe and leave a review. You can also watch the show every day on YouTube and Facebook. You can email the show at info@dirttracker.com, and you can follow along at facebook.com/dirttracker, twitter.com/dirttracker, and the website itself, dirttracker.com. You can follow me personally on Twitter at Justin_Fiedler. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you on Monday for more Dirt Tracker Daily.